Hey YouTube, I'm over and I'm back tonight with another one of my deck profiles. It is another Vanguard deck profile. I'm going to be doing a Weiss one as well at some point, either tonight or tomorrow. But this is an update on my Kagero perdition dragons. So my starter is this guy. What he does is obviously he moves back like starters do nowadays. When you retire one of your opponent's units, you can put this guy into your soul, and basically your opponent retires a unit. So he's good because he's a free plus. He's a free retire. You have to. It's got to be. It's when you retire something for an effect, then they have to retire one of their other cards because of this guy. He builds soul, and he's good because you get to pop 2 cards back for the cost of 1. So not much really to say about him. So I'm going to start off with my triggers. So my triggers, I'm running 4 perdition Dragon Knight Tovia, whatever his name is. I'm running 4 of this guy, so 4 crit, and then I'm running 3 perdition Dragon Blaster Rain Dragon, I think it is. Buster Rain Dragon. So for 7 crits, I'm only playing 7 crits. There's a reason, because 7 crits is fine. It's working fine with 7 crits. 8, you could play 8, but I find 7, it's just nice. It's a nice number actually, because I'm running 2 Gatling Claw Dragons. Now a lot of you are probably going to be thinking Gatling Claw is counter blast, the deck's counter blast heavy. True. But you get him first, second turn, well first to second turn of the game, your deck goes their annoying starters. He is very useful. On the counter blast you do get back, and he also builds soul. And next for the next draw trigger, the reason why I'm playing 7 is because 7 crit is because I'm playing 5 draws. I'm running 3 Steel Dragon Arc Peak. Why? Because you can move into the soul and give your Vanguard 3000 power. Why is this good? Soul, because you do soul blast quite a bit in this deck, but also makes it harder to guard your Vanguard or your, especially the Great, when he restands. And then obviously I'm playing 4 heal triggers, because you know, heal triggers. So for grade 1s, I'm running 2 Calamity Tower Wyvern. When you call him to rearguard, you can soul blast 2 to draw a card. That's why I keep mentioning soul. Then 4 Dragon Monk Gojos, because you know you want to open up with him first turn of the game, and he's always handy to fix your hand. You can rest him, ditch a card to draw, fills up your drop zone ready for Legion, and also he helps you fix your bad hands, and he's a great card to start off with, and he's also a 7k. Next I'm running 4 of this perdition battler, whatever his name is. He basically, when something in the same column as this gets retired, you can soul blast 1 to unflip 1. He combos with something really good. I'll get into that later, so I'll put 1 to the side. And then I'm running 4 perfect guards. No quintets, because you need this deck's, you know, unlike my Shallow Paladin deck, this deck needs. I want to play the perfect guards. So for grade 2s, I am running 4 perdition Dragon Whirlwind Dragons. The 12k attacker of the set. Basically, if you have a Vanguard with perdition, when he attacks, he gains 3k. So he's the 12k attacker. He's the Legion mate for Newt, your main Vanguard, the one guy that you want to start off with. So 4. Next, I'm running 3 Neoflame, perdition Dragon, Dragonic Neoflames. What he does is, when he's called to rearguard, he gets until the end of the turn, he gets the following ability. When your opponent's rearguard is put into in the same column as this unit is put into the drop zone, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's rearguards in the same column as this unit and retire it. So his effect's not that great. You have to basically retire something in 2. You basically get to cover what the counter blast of this guy and whatever the effect of the other guy is. You can take out 1 full column. So it's not as handy as people think. I'm running 3. I was running 4, but I took it down to 3 because I don't want to call him to rearguard as much. I'd rather just have him for Legion. So 3 is fine. You could probably take him down to 2. You can play it out 4. The deck works fine. But I'm running 3 because it works. It's just my personal preference. Next, for the last of the grade 2s, I'm running 4 even of Perdition Dragon, Menace Laser's Dragon. What he does is when he's called to rearguard, counterblast 1 and choose one of your opponent's rearguards in the same column as this unit and retire it. So you would call, this is one of the combos, you'd call this guy. Then you'd call this guy in front of him. Counterblast 1, retire a unit. Soul Blast 1, unflip the counterblast for this. You get 1 card in your drop zone for the next turn Legion. And you also have basically no counterblast paid. So very useful card. Next for my grade 3s, this is your game ending vanguard as such. This will be what you use to end the game, and that is Dragonic, well, Perdition Emperor Dragonic the Great, well, Dragonic Overlord the Great, or just the buff, because he's basically Dragonic Overlord on steroids. What he does is he legions with Neoflame. When he attacks, if you can counterblast 1 when this shit attacks with rearguard, you can you attack the rearguard, counterblast 1, ditch 2 cards, restand him, and then he attacks the vanguard. Can do it once per turn, and then choose one of your rearguards in the same with the same name as a unit on your vanguard circle, and retire it. When this unit hits, or when this unit attack hits, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. So you stand all your vanguard, by the way. So he's good. He's good. He attacks the rearguard. You check your twin drive. You ditch 2, counterblast 1, restand all your vanguard, attack the rear. Then you attack their vanguard. He's a good game ending card. And then I'm running 4 Perdition Dragonic. Perdition Dragon, the Vortex. No, yeah. Perdition Dragon Vortex Dragon Newt. I'm running 4 of. This card's good. He legions with Whirlwind Dragon. What his effect is: Counterblast 2. Choose a card with the same name as unit on your vanguard circle from your hand and discard it. If this unit is Legion, choose up to 2 of your opponent's grade 2 or less rearguards and retire them. Then, if the number of cards your opponent's damage is 4 or less, choose one of your opponent's vanguards to deal 1 damage to it. During that damage check, all triggered effects are nullified. This ability cannot be used for the rest of the turn. Then his other effect is: during your main phase, your opponent's rearguard is put into the drop zone. This unit gets 3,000 power until the end of the turn. So if you use his effect and retire 2, he gets 6,000 power. Because it doesn't say he gains 3,000 power each time. The reason why you'd get 6, now this is an argument case, but the reason why you would get 6,000 for retiring 2 units is because he doesn't actually state each time you retire. But he also doesn't state for each card you retire. He just says when you retire one of your opponent's rearguards, he gains 3k. So it doesn't say rearguards, it says rearguard. So you'd get it, it would stack. So this is my Perdition Dragon Kagero build, I guess you can call it 2.0. It works really well. I love this deck. I love Kagero. Bring on the cross, which I'm probably not going to build because, yeah, it's the cross. So it's Kagero. I'll probably end up building it. So I'm going to be doing a Weiss deck profile next, guys, for you Weiss fans. If you watch both my Cardfight Vanguard and my Weiss videos, well then, thank you. If you just watch one, then thank you. And stay tuned for the next video. Thank you if you're a subscriber and you watch my videos. Thank you. If you want to get to 50 subscribers, you will be rewarded, my subscribers, with a giveaway. It'll probably be a mat, just because I have loads of them. And they'll be sealed, obviously. Feel to leave any comments, tips, and that below. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe for new Vanguard and White Shorts content. Hopefully, my camera has been dispatched, so I'm waiting for it to arrive, so I'll be able to get some games recorded for you guys again at last. We will be able to have some games recorded, as long as this camera works. So remember to subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and thank you, and peace out.